Imagine you are in an area of land that is surrounded by ice and snow. You must be freezing. High wind may be blowing, and it could be hard to tell when day begins or night ends. A mother polar bear could walk by with her cubs, and a few moments later, a killer whale could pop out of water. You may also notice there is no one around you. Where on earth could you be? You must be at one of the polar habitats. Arctic and Antarctic are the polar habitats. The polar habitats only have two seasons, summer and winter. They are not the typical summers that we experience in our hometown. They are very cold and winter like. Summer days become longer and longer until finally there comes the day when the sun does not set at all. Sun remains visible even in the night. It is called midnight sun. In winter, days get shorter and shorter until finally comes the day that sun does not rise. Darkness lasts full of 24 hours. This is called polar night. The polar night may be long and dark, but there is light in the darkness. Its name is aurora. The aurora borealis is also known as northern light. Although it may occur in any times, it can only be seen at night, as they too faint to be seen in the light of sun. Aurora is also will occur in the surrounding of South Pole, where they are called the southern light or aurora australis. Aurora display in the sky, particularly in the polar region, caused by collision of charged particles directed by Earth's magnetic field. Although polar regions are so cold, those are desert with very little rain or snow. It's much too cold and dry for trees to grow in most areas of polar regions, and there is no room for tree roots because just under the surface of ground there is always a layer of ice called permafrost. But in some places there are thin layers of soil on top of permafrost. It's called tundras. On that, grasses and mosses grow for a few months in the summer. Polar landscapes are home to rich diversity of wildlife both on land and within seas. Polar animals have evolved to survive in the deep cold, such as walrus, wolverine, eagle, penguin, muskox, seal, polar bear, and caribou. Caribous or reindeers are one of the world's great migrators. In winter, they travel South Pole's snowy white forest. In summer, they migrate north to take advantage of plants growing on tundra and birth their calves. Many birds like waterfowl, trumpeter swan, and puffin are migrate to cold and wetland of south to breed. Humpback whale travel to north in summer to hunt small fish which abundant in cold water. They must eat massive amount of food in summer to build up their fat stores, which help to survive in their yearly migration. Animals attempting to survive on the cold polar region by every advantage they can get. Some of them are changing their colors. Snowy owl has white feather and snowy hare has white fur all year round. But some other animal has brown or grey color in summer and the color turns white in winter, such as Arctic fox and ptarmigan bird. Arctic is harsh forbidding land, but it is far from lifeless. Many animals and plants are adapted to its conditions, and it is a continent with zero population. It is not a country and has no government. It is not belong to any country, although part of continent are claimed by several countries. Antarctic is the world of Inuits. Inuits are indigenous people who have traditionally inhabited in northern pole. Inuit is another word referred to Eskimos. The word Eskimo means the raw meat eaters. So, in some countries, it is offensive to use that word. While talking about polar regions, how can we forget about igloos? Igloos were built by Inuit hunters while on their hunting trips. Sometimes there are Inuit villages consisting of group of igloos. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Goodbye until next time.